Hello everybody. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about people's worry. Many parents in the United States worry about their child's foreskin. And I'm talking here about parents who are against circumcision. They don't believe in it. They believe the foreskin is the birthright of every boy, and they've left their sons intact, as they should. Intellectually, most of them know that they've made the right decision, and they have done a lot of homework and research and reading and things like that. However, they've been surrounded by the cultural bias and the propaganda and the lies from the pro-circumcision crowd all of their lives. And so, even though intellectually they know better, emotionally they worry. They have self-doubt, things like that. Also, I think they worry, okay, if something goes wrong, some people are going to say, see, we told you. And somehow any problem will give proof to the lies of the people that promote circumcision. This is understandable. And it's one of those things that we have to constantly fight against. I see all the time people's comments and questions. Anytime there's the slightest bit of redness or an itch or something like that, they fear something has gone wrong. They fear that there's a problem. And they worry about having to take their child into the doctors and hear ridicule for doing the right thing, for not circumcising their child. And I think this is one of those things that it's important that you have confidence in knowing that you did the right thing. Number one, it's your son's foreskin. It's not yours. And so, you as a parent do not have the right to take it away from him. And those of us who promote the foreskin and fight against circumcision, we know this. And we say this to others. But we need to also believe it ourselves when it comes to those times of self-doubt, when a problem may or may not have arisen. The other thing is that every part of the body is going to have an itch, an irritation, a little bit of redness. And the first reaction needs to be like, okay, it'll be fine. What happens when a child falls down and skins their knees? We know that they're going to be okay. It's a little, if they skin their knee a little bit, it's not the end of the world. It's not going to hurt them. Doesn't mean that, we should have chopped their legs off at birth. These are things that rationally we know and we understand. And I think we need to also apply that when it comes to the foreskin. The foreskin keeps the penis healthy and it keeps the penis clean. Sometimes it might be a little bit redder than at other times. It's not a problem. It's normal. It's doing its job. And this is one of those things that we need to always remember. A part of the body itches. Every part of the body we get an itch at some point. It doesn't mean that it's a problem. It doesn't mean that they need to go to the doctor. We need to look at the foreskin as no more likely to cause a problem than any other part of the body. As I've said, many times, and I try to reiterate over and over again, the penis is designed to have foreskin on it. The foreskin is supposed to be there. That it's not going to have more problems because it's the way it's supposed to be. And we need to always try to remember that. Like I always mention, my fiance, Sandro, is from Peru. And in Peru, circumcision is virtually unheard of. It's a very low number. And in many parts of the country, that number is 0. And we want... It's an airplane. And so, in many parts of the country, it's virtually zero. They don't even worry about the foreskin at all. They don't worry about, oh, is it retractable yet or not? They just see it as something normal. It'll happen when it happens. And I've talked about this with my fiance Sandro, and he has confirmed this. They don't even remember when they first became retractable because it was such a non-issue. And on that note, I'd like to remind parents here, it's like there's no reason for you as a parent to know if your son is retractable or not, because it's not a problem one way or the other. If he's not retractable, it doesn't need, there's nothing that you need to do, so there's no reason for you to know. I would hope people are not constantly quizzing their sons as to are they retractable yet or not. One, because there's no reason for you to know, and two, if people are constantly asking this question, a young boy might start thinking, well, he should be at this point, or there's something wrong, or it might instill this attitude in him that it's supposed to be able to retract by now, and so something is abnormal or something is not working the way it's supposed to. And so it's important that we not cause that worry, because like I said, there's no reason for you to know when he's retractable or not, because if he is or not, either way it's not a problem. As I've mentioned many times before, I was almost 16 years old. I would never have told my parents if I was or not. It was none of their business, frankly. And that's the thing. It's not a problem, and so it's not something that anyone else needs to know about. If he wants to tell you, then that's up to him. But since it's not a problem, there's no need to worry about whether it's happened yet or not. And when we come across healthcare professionals that kind of ask these questions, and make it sound like it should have happened already, we need to educate them so that they stop pushing their incorrect information on others. Like I said, in a country like Peru, they don't worry about it. When I am down there with my fiance, we go swimming in the river. You've seen the videos I've posted before where we've talked about swimming in the river. The kids are out swimming in the river or whatever. Everybody there has their foreskin. They're not all worried about, they're doing this or they're doing that. Oh, take care of that foreskin. No. Sorry about that, the phone fell. They don't worry about it. They realize that the foreskin is a normal part of the body, and they don't look for problems to happen. And unfortunately, a lot of people in the medical community in the United States have caused parents to be looking for problems. And when you're looking for problems, this causes worry. So, once again, there's no need to worry. The foreskin is there to protect the penis. It's meant to be there. It doesn't cause problems. And as there's a famous meme that's gone around the internet before that says, the only problem a guy is likely to have with his foreskin is that someone else has a problem with it. And that's what we need to change, is those attitudes of the people around us.